Hello students. So students, in the previous class in this chapter, that is heat, we were talking about that of the hotness and coldness. You see students, when we talk about the hotness of an object, whether the object is hot or a cool, it totally depends when we touch it. You know that when we touch, with the help of the sense of a touch, we are able to tell that whether the object is a hot or is a cold. Okay, but we have seen here one thing, that the sense of a touch is not reliable. And the reason we have understood with the help of an activity in which we have taken the 3 beakers. Out of that A, B, C, we had kept hot water in beaker A. In the beaker B, lukewarm water. In beaker C, cold water. Now we have taken our right hand and kept it in that of the hot water, and we have taken our left hand and keep it in the cold water. Keep it there for 3 minutes. Then what happened? Now, take both of the hands simultaneously and keep it inside to that of the lukewarm water or the normal water. What will you find? You will find that the temperature which is filled by that of the right hand, it will be cool because it has been kept in that of the hot water, and the temperature which is of that of the left hand, which was kept in that of the cold water, that will supposed to feel the hotness. So what does it tells? It tells that the temperature of the lukewarm water is a normal one. But we are not getting that particular temperature. Instead of that, we are getting the just opposite temperature of our heart. So this helps us in telling that actually our sense of a touch is not reliable at all. Okay, now see. So the hotness and the coldness of the temperature, it is not reliable with that of the by the sense of the touch. So for that, if you want to know the temperature, then so a proper measuring device should be there, with the help of which we should measure the temperature. What can be the that particular device, students, with the help of which we can measure the temperature of an object? So it is the thermometer. You know that a thermometer helps in giving the perfect temperature of any of the object. If that thermometer is giving very high reading, it means it is having high temperature. If it is giving very low reading, so it is a low temperature. How can we say so? You see, the boiling point of that of the water is 100 degrees Celsius. You know that when a water boils, at that time its temperature is quite high. That is why it is hot. Okay, so temperature is high, 100 degrees Celsius. It tells the hotness of an object. When the same thermometer is kept on ice, then it will give the temperature 0 degrees Celsius. So here the ice is what? It is cold. So low in the temperature, it helps in telling the coldness of an object. So basically the temperature is to measure the hotness and the coldness of an object. It means how an object is hot, how an object is cold. We can measure it with the help of the thermometer. We can measure it by knowing the temperature of an object. So we have understood here a few things, students, and that is, let me tell you about it. So this is, students, that thermometer is the measuring device. Thermometer is a measuring device for measuring temperature of an object. Is a measuring device for measuring temperature of an object. So it is basically used to measure the temperature of an object, students. Now, if you look at the thermometer, let me write some of the things which is related to the thermometer. You will find that it is marked, and this marking will help us telling the actual temperature. So we can write it that a thermometer has a scale. Thermometer has a scale, it is having a scale marked on it, used, marked on it, used to read the temperature. Basically, the scale which is marked here, it is there which help in measuring, which help in reading the temperature, students. Now, the most common thermometer temperature scale that we used, the most common scale marked on a thermometer, is degree Celsius. Is what, student? It is degree Celsius. That is degree Celsius. Okay, it is degree Celsius. That is a degree Celsius. Okay. Now this degree Celsius, it is represented by, this is actually the degree Celsius, students. Degree Celsius. Now what you can see here in this one, if we talk about this one, you will find here that is a you will find here one thing, and that is a small circle is there at the top. Small circle at the top. You can see here, what is this? This is a small circle. You can see at the top of the C there is a small circle. This small circle is called as the degree. Okay, so this is what is degree. And capital C, it is what is Celsius. So we can say here degree Celsius. So this is the degree and this is the Celsius. Okay, degree Celsius, students. Okay, now see here. Now in this degree Celsius, student, which is marked on a thermometer, here now you can see, you can relate it when we were talking about the temperature of a boiling water and temperature of a melting ice. So we have seen at that time the temperature of the melting ice, this was equals to 0 degrees Celsius, right? And that of the boiling water, this was equals to 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, students. So this one is 0 degrees Celsius. This one is a 100 degrees Celsius. Now, if we talk about the length of the laboratory thermometer, is divided into 100 equal division. It is divided into 100 equal division. What does that mean? That one division is for every degree Celsius, right? It means if it is a mark like this, students. So here, this is what, this is for the 0, this is for 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. Like that, 6, 7, 8. Understood? So like that, I'm so sorry for that, it's very quite a small structure. So if it will be like that, I'll show you just a rough diagram to understand. So if suppose, students, this kind of a division is there in that of the thermometer, although they are very close to each other. So here it will be 1, it will be 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, then 14, 15, 16, like that it will be there. So every division is actually telling the temperature of that particular object. If the mercury is at this 0 degree Celsius, we will say the temperature is 0. Actually, it is not really like that. Here, it will be started from the low to higher. So, it is not from 0 to 2, but it will be from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then it will move in the upward direction. So, at the lowest one, it will be the 0, and at the highest one, it will be 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, so every division is actually the degree. If it is reaches to this division, third division, it means it is telling that the temperature of that particular object is 3 degrees Celsius. If it reaches to 13, we will say that the temperature of that particular object is a 13 degrees Celsius. If it reaches to 70, we will say that the object temperature will be 70 degrees Celsius. So we can say here, students, that is each of the division is actually telling the degree of an object, and that will tell that whether the object is a hot or that of the cool. Moving on, and we will see that what are the things by which we can measure the temperature. It means thermometer. Measuring temperature, that is thermometer, students. So let us write about thermometer. Before we go and try to understand about that of the thermometer, let me tell you a few things. Thermometer is basically classified into two. One is the clinical thermometer and another one is the laboratory thermometer. Okay, so the two common type of a thermometer is there. Clinical. It's a kind of a thermometer, students, that we can use in our home also. And then the laboratory thermometer, by the name itself, it is saying that it is used in the lab. Okay, so laboratory let us see what are the common things are there in that of the clinical and laboratory thermometer. So both of the thermometer are based on the degree Celsius to measure the temperature. Both of the thermometers are based on the Celsius scale of temperature. Celsius scale of temperature. Both of them, they depend upon the Celsius of that of the temperature. The laboratory as well as the clinical thermometer, both consisting of a mercury in it. So we can write it that the laboratory thermometer laboratory and clinical thermometer are mercury thermometer. What does that mean? It means that it consisting of a mercury in it. You see, students, when we talk about the mercury is what, students? It's a kind of a element, you can understand. It's a kind of a metal which is found in our earth crust. Basically, this mercury is highly sensitive to the heat. Sensitive? It means when it absorbs heat, when it takes heat, how? Because when you will keep it on a on that of the particular object which is hot, that will conduct, the heat will be conducted from the metal to the mercury. Now mercury receives this heat. After receiving this heat, it will get expand, and due to expansion, it will move in the upward direction. And by this, we are able to get the exact temperature of a person. So we can write it here, that is that is mercury when heat is supplied, mercury supplied to thermometer bulb, mercury expands and starts rising up. The temperature, the thermometer bulb, it gets that of the heat, and ultimately the mercury will expand and it starts rising up. Okay, so this fact helps us in telling that the object is a hot or cold, because if mercury is rising very high, it means it is receiving more amount of a heat through that of the thermometer bulb. If it is receiving very less amount of a heat, it will not go up to a higher one, up to a nominal level, and this will say that the temperature is not very high, because the mercury will not going to expand and rises up. And if the mercury will be present at the lower division, then we will say that the temperature is quite cool, due to which it does not rises very high. Okay, so basically it is because that mercury is what? Very sensitive to heat. Sensitive to heat. It is very sensitive to heat, students. And because of this sensitivity, when it get the heat, it expands and move in the upward direction. So this is about that of the mercury, student. Now let us try to understand both of the thermometer, that is laboratory thermometer and clinical thermometer, one by one. So we will start with that of the laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer, students. Okay, this is the next one, that is laboratory thermometer. Okay, so let us see that what are the things are there in case of the laboratory thermometer, student. So what you will find, the first thing that we write it, that it is used, basically it is used in the science laboratory. Used in the science laboratory. It is made up of a long glass tube which is having a thin bore in it. So, made of a glass tube having bore on it. This is the second thing which is present in the laboratory thermometer. Then the third one which is present there, student, that is there is a glass tube. There is a glass bulb. Sorry, there is a glass bulb containing mercury at the lower end. Containing mercury which is joined at the lower end of the glass tube. At the lower end of glass tube. Okay, so mercury is there which is joined at the lower end of the glass tube, students. Now the top end of the glass tube is sealed. The top end of the glass tube is sealed. The top end of the glass tube is sealed. and the whole length of the thermometer is graduated, it means it calibrated, means the divisions we can see very clearly. So, the whole thermometer, glass tube is graduated. Glass tube is graduated. Graduated, it means it is calibrated into division, students. Okay, and this is graduated in degree Celsius. Okay, we know that basically the division which is there in that of the clinical thermometer, also in that of the laboratory thermometer, in both the condition, the one thing which is common, that is it is graduated, it is having the division in degree Celsius. So the first one is, it is used in the laboratory, in the science laboratory, made up of a glass tube. Long glass tube is there which is bored in it, having bored in it, and there is a glass bulb is also present. This glass bulb is consisting of a mercury. Now the mercury which is present, it is joined to the lower end of the glass tube. Finally, student, the top end of the glass tube, when you look at it, it is sealed, it is closed. Okay, so that the temperature will not come outside. Then the whole thermometer glass tube is calibrated, is graduated in degree Celsius. Now the division which is there in that of the laboratory thermometer will be, so we can write it here that the graduation marked on the tube of laboratory thermometer is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. It is from that of the minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. So we can say that the common division which is there in that of the laboratory thermometer is from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. So this is what this we call as the range of the temperature in that of the laboratory thermometer. This is what? This is the range of a laboratory thermometer is again the same, student, that is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degree Celsius. Minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degree Celsius, students. Now we will move and try to understand here that if suppose we will look at the temperature range between that of the 0 to 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, so if we look at the temperature between 0 degrees Celsius to 10 degrees Celsius, then what does we found? We found that actually there are 10 small divisions are there. Okay, so there are 10 small divisions. So from 0 to 10 degrees Celsius there are 10 small divisions. What does that mean? That each of the division is actually telling the 1 degree, each of the degree. like students, this whole is the thermometer, and if we are only checking out the half of the it, like suppose if this is the whole thermometer and here the temperature in degree is present. So if suppose it is 0 degrees Celsius and this is 10 degrees Celsius, in between them we will see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is what? This is the 10 degrees Celsius, student. So between 0 to 10 degrees Celsius, how many divisions are there? That is 10 small divisions are there. So each of the division is actually telling each degree Celsius. How is it so? It means after 0, here it is 1. So this is what? This is this is 1 degree Celsius, students. Then this is 2. So this is the 2 degrees Celsius. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. This is 8. Like that you can understand that the 10 degrees Celsius, when it reaches to 10 degrees Celsius, you will find that it will show the 10th division. So by this we can come to the conclusion that is each of the division will show the each of the degree Celsius. So we can write here that is this is what, students, that is one small division on the thermometer is actually telling the temperature of 1 degree Celsius. Okay, so it is actually telling the temperature of 1 degree Celsius. Now we can here understand that the division is there, students. The division itself explain about the that every division is actually telling the 1 degree Celsius of that of the temperature, students. Now let me tell you one more thing, that how with the help of this thermometer we are going to measure the temperature of an object. So here when we will use a laboratory thermometer, we will keep it vertically. The hot water where we want to test or that of the temperature of that of the hot water, we will keep that of the thermometer in between that of hot water without making it to touch at the sides of the wall. We will keep it gently. Then what happened? We will find that it receives the bulb, glass bulb, in which the mercury is there. It will receive the heat, mercury expand and it start moving in the upward direction. At a certain level, the mercury stop rising. So this is what this is actually, it is telling the exact temperature of that particular hot water. Now what is the thing that we have to do? Now we will note down the temperature of that particular object. While doing so, what are the things that should be properly, carefully we should do that? That is, first of all, I told you that it should not touch the wall. And the second thing, that we should not take out the thermometer and then write the reading. Actually, we will keep it immersed into that of the hot water, and then we will write the temperature which is there in the thermometer. Why? What happened when we take it out, students? So when we take it out, then what happened? It will comes to the room temperature, and due to which the temperature get lower down and the mercury, it contracts and it starts moving in the downward direction. So we will not going to get a correct reading of the temperature of that particular hot water. So if you want to know it, we should keep it immersed in it, and then we will note the reading that we get on the thermometer. meter, student. Okay. This is how we will get the temperature of an object with the help of laboratory thermometer.